Hey everybody, it's Rob. I wanted to send out I guess it would be the third installment on how to send out listing traffic reports to your sellers from Remax.com. I've already gone through and did a training video or screenshot video on how to do this step by step on Realtor.com and Trulia. And this is the third website that allows you to do this feature. So what you want to do is you want to log into Remax Main Street. We all should know how to do that by now. You go to www.remax.net, log in, and it's going to get you to this page. Then what you want to do is click on My Leads, which gets you into your Leadstreet account. So we're going to click on Leadstreet. I'm glad this popped up. It's good notice to let you know that as of, I guess it was May 8th, last Wednesday, they did make some changes to the Leadstreet system. I just sent out a video to explain this to you guys as well that's going to go out tomorrow morning. But as of May 8th, the new lead offering rules have changed. The initial offer acceptance time period is now 2 hours versus 1 hour. So you now have 2 hours if you're the initial agent that gets the lead. You now have 2 hours versus 1 hour. And they've also reduced the amount when it goes through, if the initial agent has not accepted that lead and it goes on to what they call a reoffer. It used to hit 5 additional people, including that, not including the initial person. So that was 6 people that got that lead opportunity, and that cycle had an hour, and then it would add 5 more every hour, which probably never happened. They have now reduced that from an additional 5 to now down to an additional 3, and that time period is now 2 hours versus 1 hour. So now if you get a lead and you're the first person to get this lead, you have 2 hours to accept the lead. If you get it as a reoffer, you now have competition. You're only dealing with 4 people versus 6, and you now have 2 hours to respond to that, but first come, first serve. So if you get a lead that says a reoffer, the first person that accepts it is the first person that gets it. So just wanted to give you that update. So I'm glad that popped up. To get into basically the particulars of how to send out these reports, it's a little bit more detailed than some of the other sites. The other sites have a little bit easier of a report to do. This report, you actually have to add a person in as a client. So what I suggest people do is go under the Clients tab, and you can see I'm highlighting it here. And then what I would do is go under the Contact List. And right down here, it says, right here, add, sorry, I'm looking down here. You can see I've highlighted down here, add contacts. I highly suggest you also do this, import contacts. If you have a list in a database like a Realty Juggler or Top Producer or Agent Office and can export it out of there into a spreadsheet file, you can then import it into here. If you have questions on that or want some help with something like that, let me know. We can do some one-on-one training for that. But for today's purposes, basically you want to add your seller, so your homeowner. So you can add in a person, type in their first name, last name, email address. That's all you really need for this report. But if you do want to make this a little bit more, of, hey, here's where I'm keeping my database, fill in everything you got if you want to. But all you need for this report is first name, last name, and email address, okay? Then you just click add and save changes, okay? I've already done this, so I'm not going to go through on how to do this. So what you want to do is you want to get that person into your contact list, okay? One fold that's going to allow you to send this report out to them. Second fold is anytime they're on Remax.com, anybody you add into your contact database list, even if it's a 10-year-old lead and you add them in, if they go onto Remax.com and look up some properties, anybody that you have in your database, you're going to get a lead off that. Again, some of those lead reports that you're getting, some people have more leads than others. Well, they've got more people uploaded into their database on Remax.com, so anytime somebody like that goes onto the website, doesn't matter. I mean, frankly, it could be somebody, Sherry Heilig could have somebody updated into her database who could technically be working with, could be working with a Cheryl Kaufman, and out looking for homes. Hopefully that type of stuff doesn't happen, but because that person is in Sherry Heilig's database, if she's on Remax.com looking up properties and inquiries about something, Sherry Heilig's going to get that before Cheryl Kaufman would, because she has them in that database. So hopefully you've gotten your contact list into this program, and if you haven't, I would suggest you do that. And as you pick up a new seller or you pick up a new buyer, just make it kind of a checklist to add people into your contact database on Leadstreet. So basically that's the quick steps on how to add a contact, okay? And then what you want to do is, once they're in your database, you're going to go under listings, okay? You're going to go under listings and you're going to pull up a listing of yours. So say for instance, we're going to pull up this property we have over in Mechanicsburg, okay? Cool section of this. I'm going to go over some more training videos on how to utilize this a little bit more, but there are a lot of features under the listings category. Go into each particular listing. You've got a URL that you can use on the web or a mobile listing URL. So if you want to send that out to somebody, there's a direct link that goes directly to that property on the web, and it would be on the web or on mobile. And then this is a mobile only version. So if somebody says, hey, can you send me some more information about that? You could copy and paste that into an email and send it to them. That's going to pull right up on their smartphone. It's going to look friendly. It's going to have that whole look and feel. So there's a lot of cool things here. There's QR codes. Here's the description of the property that you can update. There's some really neat features in here that I'm sure many of you aren't aware of, and I'm not as familiar with them as I should be as well. So I'm working on this, and I'm going to show you guys some training on this as well. But once you're into the listing manager, you click on a particular listing. So I'm on a property that we have over in Mechanicsburg on Wellgate Lane. It's technically under contract, but what you want to do is you want to go across the top. There's different tabs that go across the top. Virtual showings is a cool thing. It shows you how many times your property has been viewed. They call it a virtual showing. So it's how many times has that property been viewed online as a virtual showing from people. A lot of them are actually from realtors. So Ray Davis, Stacy Trout, Donna Fleetwood, and Brooke Rhodes have all viewed that property online. So it's a kind of a neat report as far as how realtors look at the property. But what you want to do is you want to click on seller reports. Seller reports are what is going to send out to that person, okay? What you want to do is, now that you're on to that particular listing, you're in the seller report tab across the top, you want to click on add contact or seller. And then I also like to check this box, send me a copy of the report each week. So this is going to send them a report each week on their listing. It's going to show how many times it was viewed on Remax.com. It's going to show some details. Also, the nice thing about it is, if you can see this, and hopefully you're blowing up this screen when you're viewing my videos by clicking on the little button in the bottom right that kind of looks like it expands the video. You can basically, it's going to send them traffic report of the last few months, a little bar chart of it. And then the really neat thing is it's also a market listing activity. It's going to show them a map from above, shows their property in the middle, and then it's also going to show them what properties are for sale, what properties have sold, what properties I believe are pending. And if they click on any of these in the report, it takes them to a detailed report on that home. So it's really this is the most sophisticated report I think out there as far as getting and impressing people. It also gives them a listing updates in your area to show them, hey, here's some new listings that have come up, and a daily detailed activity for your listing. So I'm going to click here just to show you guys a report. But what you want to do is you want to click add contact or seller. It's going to take you to your contact list, basically. Now you've got the people in the list. You can either scroll down and find them, and you're going to have multiple pages. You can see I've uploaded all our database, so I have 1,221 people in here. Or you can go down here and use search. So I can search by, Michael, because I know the guy's name is Michael, and I can search. It's going to pull everybody up with the name Michael. And actually the guy's name is Michael Curtis. I've already got him added into here, so it's not going to show up. But if it's Michael Mandel, you basically click select, and boom, that adds that person into that list. So I have now set up Lindsay Curtis, Michael Curtis, and a past client of mine, Michael Mendel, to receive this report. So I'm going to remove him right now before I forget. That's how you add a person into it. So you want to first add the person in under the Clients tab, add their first name, last name, email address, then go into the listings, go under each, click on that particular listing that you want to set up, click on Seller Reports, come down here, click Add Contact, find the person, hit Select, and then that sets them up. And then I always check this box to basically receive a copy of the report from you once a week, and it gives them a monthly or a weekly update on their listing and the traffic that they get from Remax.com, from Remax Mobile's website, and I believe some of the Remax apps are included in that report as well. So I just want to click here to show you guys an example of what this looks like. So I'm going to view the report. And it's just calculating the report. It is a very cool report. Pulls up, okay, so it comes from you. It's going to have your photo, all your information in there, a little property picture from the MLS or whatever's on Remax, and then it gives them a monthly activity summary, so they can see as of May 2013. Search results views on the website. You can also see a listing details view on the website. So search results means, hey, that property showed up and somebody looked at maybe 10 or 12 homes. They were scrolling down to try to find a property they liked. That also means that the listing detail views means that 3 times they actually clicked on that particular property and went into the details of this listing. Listing detail views on the mobile website, and then a client email update notice from the website as well. So somebody has set up a search and 2 people have received this property in their client email update. So there's some really cool features that show them that here's the statistics on that. A little bar chart that shows them here's the website activity that they've gotten on Remax.com. And then also here is, now this one's not a great example because there's not a whole lot of listings around this property, but this is what I'm showing you is a report. If they pull it up on their computer, it shows, hey, here's their property, 1423 Wellgate. We have one next door that's for sale. There's a lot that's for sale, so it shows them, hopefully, there'll be some more properties. Shows them a copy of it, but you can also take and hover over this little circle and you can expand that out, or they can as the seller, and it automatically starts to add in more properties. So if they say, hey, look at this one next door came up for sale, they can click on that list, click on that link, and it'll take them directly to the details page on your website from Remax to show them, hey, here's some competition that we got, hey, maybe, and it's a great way for them to look at it and say, hey, this property is pretty comparable. Maybe we ought to reduce the price, or that property came on the market, that's junk, or whatever it is. But it's a cool way for them to, they can expand this out as much as they want, and it will automatically update. It's live data, it's up to date, and shows them, what listings are around them for sale. Sorry, it's taking a little longer. I expanded it out further than I should. Give me a second here. And then down below, just to show you, is a daily detailed activity for your listing. It shows them every day how many times the property's been viewed. I know this is probably hard for you to see right now. I'm going to get off that report. So anyway, but that is an example of what the report looks like. That's what they would receive. And this is how you send out listing activity reports to your sellers from Remax.com on the traffic that the property does receive on Remax.com, Remax Mobile, and all those sorts of things. So a very cool report. If you have any questions on this, let me know. Hopefully this wasn't too detailed for you and not as long a video. I don't like to try to make these that long, but sometimes you have to when you're doing a little bit of training. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this type of stuff. Let me know if you have any other suggestions or questions, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.